Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Hard 100, a video series documenting the culling of my collection from what it is to what it is going to be, and that is a Hard 100 game. Games are supposed to be fun. They're not always supposed to be the big brain burnery mess that a lot of these are. Sometimes you want that. Sometimes you just want to sit down, crunch some numbers, and just try to figure out how smart you are exactly. But other times, you want to yell at your friends, have a good time, and just make a whole bunch of dumb movie references. So ladies and gentlemen, today, guess which one we're talking about? 5 Minute Marvel. 5 Minute Marvel by Spin Masters and Connor Reed is another retheming of a game called 5 Minute Dungeon. In this game, you and a handful of players are going to take your wonderful, wonderful heroes and take them against some wonderful, wonderful villains. How are you gonna do this? Well, you're just gonna do it in 5 measly minutes. These 5 minutes are going to consist of you and your friends screaming at each other, playing down cards that have fists and boots and jumps and all kinds of crazy symbols on them to try to meet the symbols that are on the card themselves. So what you're gonna do is everyone's gonna get their deck of hero cards. You get to pick whatever hero you want, Captain America, Hulk, various Spider-Gwens and whatevers. Then you're going to pick a villain. You'll usually start small bones, small potatoes. We'll start with, say, a Green Goblin. And then you're gonna put them down and you're gonna deal out a certain number of cards to place on top. And whenever we say go, and we will say go, and whenever we say go, we flip that top card and there are gonna be some symbols on that card. On that card, you're going to see some fisties and some kickies and some jumpies. And you may see some various combination of them. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the cards in your hand and you're gonna play symbols to match, and then once you're done, you flip over the next card and you just keep going to the very end, and then at the very end, you'll fight a big bad villain, and they'll have a whole bunch of symbols on them, and everyone will have to play them. It's as easy as that. Easy peasy, easy easy. Now, the trick comes in whenever you are not able to play something. There are individual cards for the character. So for example, Captain America can do something, Squirrel Girl has an ability, and they also have different cards. So the Hulk has a card where he can kill anything in one hit, but then he turns into Puny Banner. And in order to Hulk back up, you have to play another card to Hulk back up in order to be able to do that. Now, all of these special abilities are very, very thematic to the characters in a very neat thing. Squirrel Girl has an ability, if there's a squirrel on the card, then she gets to defeat it automatically. I don't even know who Squirrel Girl is, but I love her now. So you're trying to defeat things with like tech and shields and just all kinds of crazy stuff. And as it goes through, it's just a lot of fun. You will spend 5 minutes beating a villain and then you'll go on to the next one. As far as real-time games go, it's not usually my bag. We talked about a game called Magic Maze that I did not like. But then we talked about a game like Caro that has a real-time element, and I love that. But 5 Minute Marvel is a game that is just fun. It's chaotic and fun. Now, I never played 5 Minute Dungeon because I had no interest because I don't really care for the fantasy theme. But 5 Minute Marvel, I also got on sale, and it was very much worth it. This game is colorful. It's got everyone talking. I can explain the rules, and it's very, very easy. Oh, I just got to lay down my stuff. Okay, cool. And it has a very card laid, card played kind of thing where if we overshoot a villain, then that's what it is. This is a game that definitely gets better the more you play it, and whenever you go to fight Green Goblin, you're just a team of individuals trying to do stuff. But by the time you make it to Mr. Thanos back here and through Ultron, you know how everyone works and how all the teams work, so you know the dynamic, so you can really feel like you are working as a team. Like, oh, I know he can do this, I know she can do that, I know this, 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 and this. And it's wonderful. Let's do some housekeeping. All right, ages 8 and up. Yes, this artwork is beautiful and it is cartoony and it is very, very easy to learn and teach. 2 to 5 players. We played it with a full set of 5. And I will talk about that in a moment. And then, less than 5 minutes. With setup and everything. And it's 5 minutes per villain to defeat. And you're gonna wanna play all of them. So it'll be about 30, 35 minutes. Great, there's an app that'll tell you when to go and when to stop. And so we played it with, like I mentioned, 5 players. And everyone was into it, having a good time, understanding what's going on, and just understanding the frenetic nature of it all. Except for one guy. One guy was like, well, I don't like this. What are we playing? We're playing this. So if you have a friend who doesn't like to have fun or likes to have a particular type of fun, 5 Minute Marvel might not be for them. But if you have someone who likes having fun with you because they're your friend and you know them, 5 Minute Marvel is a delight. This seems like a fun game that would be for kids, for adults, for people who are drinking, for people who just like Marvel. people who like the Marvel movies and people who like the Marvel comics, you can now come together because now Spider-Gwen was in a Spider-Man's movie. It's just fun. Now, I was going to do a death match with this and another game, but it turns out that I kind of like them both equally, and I still have to do a lot more thinking about which one I want to get rid of, and I don't quite know. But for now, the king of the real-time mountain crop is 5 Minute Marvel. Yeah, there's a lot of cards to keep track of, and you have to designate what I would call a dealer. But as far as everything else goes, it's fun. Like, it's so easy to teach. It's, God, I miss fun games, don't you? This is gonna go on my shelf. And there's old Greenie. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me on this, the latest edition of the Hard 100. I hope you and yours well. Go pick yourself up a copy of 5 Minute Marvel. It is a delight. It's relatively cheap online. You can get it for about 10, 20 bucks, and it's worth every goddamn penny. I hope that they make an expansion with more characters, because of all the characters in it, I want more. Delicious. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you and yours are well. Peace out, y'all. Clap.